Hi and welcome to a new video of mine on my channel, and in today's video I'm going to explain on how to layer clothing like nails or a bracelet onto a 3.0 rig, because it is a bit tricky if you've never done it before, but it is quite simple. Okay, so to start with, there will be like two links in my description in this video. So the first one will be to the RBX Toolbox, which is a plugin for Blender. And the second one will be a Cairo accessory models kit thing. This will be used in Roblox Studio itself, and this allows us to test out the UGC before we even upload it. So we are going to start with the RBX Toolbox plugin. If you download this latest zip file, you can then go ahead into Blender. And what you want to do is basically you want to go to Edit, then click on Preferences, and then from add-ons, we can then select install from disk. And then basically you want to go to your downloads folder and you want to select the folder that we just downloaded. So that for us, I think it's called RBX Toolbox. Yeah. You click on it and now it's installed. I'm also screencasting my keys, so if I forget to say something, then you can also find it here. Anyways, what you want to do is you want to go to this plugin, right? And then when you click on layered clothing, the drop down menu, there's another one under cages, and you want to click Roblox woman. On default, I think it's Roblox or default mannequin. Anyways, you want to click on Roblox woman, and you want to import the cages and the armature. Alright. And then also, what I like to do, right, is also import a rig. So we can, for example, just a dummy R15 woman, spawn that in, and I bring it down so it's like the cage is like covering the mannequin, right? So I just want to do it like a little bit. It doesn't have to be very precise because we cannot do this precisely. Let's see. Alright, good enough, right? And what we want to do is hide the cages for now, these as well. So these are now hidden, and now we have our rig, and we also have the bones, the armature, right? What we want to do now is import our nails. Okay, so now I have the nails imported. These nails are made by a friend of mine, and basically what I want to do is want to fit them to the rig, right? So, as I said, these nails are not made by me, but I'm rigging them for a friend. I will leave down in the description as well, like more to his work, because this is not going to be a tutorial on how to make the nails, but it's just going to be on how to rig them, right? So, as you can see, like it doesn't really fit it perfectly as like here. So what I'm going to do is basically I will remove half of it. Oh, let me turn this option on. I'll remove half of the nails, and then what I'm going to do is basically fix this side, because I know it has the same UV, right, on both sides, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to fix this side. I'm just going to turn this on so I can select like every vertex, and then I'm going to do it like this. And what we want to do is just basically duplicate this to the other side, right? Okay, so I duplicated it, like mirrored it, and now I'm going to apply this modifier, and I want to just set the origin again to this point, so object, set origin to geometry, and now it's centered again. And that's it for now. Then what we want to do is basically have this rigged to this armature. So what we want to do is select the nails first, then select the armature with shift, Control P, and then we want to group it with empty groups, right? So we click on with empty groups. Okay, so they're grouped now, but what I want to do is basically test out the nails, how it is. So we're just going to hide this rig for now. And what I want to do is first select the nails, then select the rig, right? And then we go into pose mode. And what we can do now, right, is move the arm, and we can see now the nails do not move with it. So to fix this issue is to weight paint. So we are going back to object mode. And now what we want to do is first select the armature, then select the nails, and then go to weight paint. If you do not see the option weight paint, you didn't select it in the right order. And what we want to do now is weight paint these nails. So you have to see this. This is a bone for the head, right? This is for the torso, these are for the legs, arms. You get it. But what we want to do is select the first bone. For example, this is the underarm, and this is the hand, right? We want that if the arm moves, that the nails also moves. So we only are going to weight paint the area that it's attached to. So the nails are attached to the hand. So we're going to weight paint this nails to the to this bone of the hand, if you get what I mean. So blue basically means it doesn't move, right? If I now weight paint this, then you see it turns red. Red means it does move. Right? So what we want to do is we just literally want to paint this red. Just double checking also on the other side. But you do not do this for this bone or for these nails, because you only want that if one hand moves, that one side of the nails actually moves as well. So we're not going to weight paint this red now, but we do want to check that the other bones on this side, or all of these sides actually, are blue for this set of nails. So we're just going to select with Alt, right? And all these do not have them red. So that's a good sign. We're just going to double check it. Nice. And it means the same for the other side. Now we want to select this bone, right? And make this red. Because we also want it to be able to move with this side. So just weight painting it. Alright, it's completely red. So now these bones are red. Great. Now what we want to do is we want to go to object mode, and now again we want to select first the nails, then the armature to go to pose mode. And now if I move this arm, you can see the nails move as well on the correct side. Like if I move this, it does it okay. But you also want to check if you move the legs, if it does not move the nails as well, because sometimes if you do it wrong, it does move. Alright. We're going back to object mode, where we have our rig as well. We only use this rig just to basically make them fit to the nails. And now we just want to show, like unhide, basically the cages again. And what are cages? As you can see, like it looks a bit weird, kind of scary. But the cages basically conclude like you have an inner cage and you have an outer cage. And between the two cages, that's where your nails are. And for Roblox, it's needed to like detect like where the layered clothing is, and that's why we use cages. So as you can see, it says your item name and an underscore inner cage. And also for the outer cage, it says the same, your item name and then outer cage. So we want to give our name a name to our nails, so we are just going to name it nails. And then your item name, we're going to change this to nails. Keep in mind, if your nails is with like a capital N, for example, then you also have to do that for the name. It's really like precise for Roblox, so alright. And now what we're going to do is we can hide this inner cage, right? So we are sure we do not touch it at all, because we do not have to modify it. We only have to modify the outer cage. And what we want to do is basically cover these nails. So everything that you see right now sticking out has to be covered by the outer cage. So a very easy trick for this is go to sculpting, right? And then here we can search on inflate. And what we want to do now is if we press on the mesh of the cage, we can see the strength of the picking right here. Yeah, okay, now it's actually like inflating it. Now nothing is sticking out here, but here there is still sticking some out. Alright, so this side is done. Now we go to the other side. do the same thing. Alright. So now we have our inner cage, outer cage, we rigged it and everything. We did the names and inflated the outer cage. What we want to do now is basically export this. And the easy thing about this plugin, it actually like checks it for you if you're missing something. So here with file export, it says for related clothing, you need an armature, you need your item name in the armature, your item name outer cage, and your item name and inner cage. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to select these. You hold shift. So we're selecting the outer cages. I'm selecting the Roblox Woman armature and the nails. And now it says export FBX. If I click on this, it will do all the correct settings for me. So maybe you have watched like another YouTube tutorial and then it says like you have to do this, scale, that, blah blah blah. Anyways, don't listen to that. You just use this plugin and it will do it for you automatically. Then I want to keep it in my downloads folder and I'm just going to name it Nails Exotic because it's for my friend. And I'm exporting this FBX. Now it's exported. What we want to do is go to our studio and we're going to import it. So we're going to import our FBX file, and as you can see, it gives no errors or whatsoever. So we're just going to import it. Okay, so I replaced the texture. So this is now the nails. And what we want to go is go to the avatars tab, then click on accessory. It says like click the part you want to become the accessory. Now you will click your nails, then click on next, and it will like basically like already import it onto like this weird mannequin. And then we choose for clothing, and for this you can do multiple options. You can do shirt, you can do t-shirt. For now I'm just clicking shirt, and I'm clicking on next, and then generate mesh part accessory. So it will take a second, and basically what it does is it turns your nails into an accessory. Okay, well, it's been generated. And now you have your UGC. You can recognize it with like the little hat that it's called nails. And what we're going to do is put this into the Cairo accessory models thing. So you want to open this. We are working with the 3.0 rig. And as you can see, there's something inside of it, and it's called placeholder accessory, which is this thing. I just want to copy this name, rename my UGC into that, delete this thing, and we're just going to drag it inside the 3.0 model thing. As you can see, it doesn't spawn where it should be, but that's okay. We're just going to test out the accessory ourselves. So here it says there, we're just going to run it. And I'm currently not wearing any nails because I want to test them out. I click on E to put them on, and as I can see, like they fit. You can do Ctrl P if you want to zoom in on the nails without moving. And as I can see, like on the thumb, it's not forward enough. So what we're gonna do is move that, and also probably also move out the nails a little bit more further. Alright, so let's do that. We're going back in Blender, fix that, and then we're going to import it again into Roblox Studio. Okay, so I fixed it into Blender and should be working out. So we're going to test it again. Put it on. And as you can see, like no nails are flying around, because that's something that can happen as well. Like if you're moving, like the nails then fly around. That's not happening. We're going to look at it. Yeah, it fits it well. Now it's like perfectly on top of the hands. It's not like interfering with anything. So yeah, okay, these are great. And that's it. That's basically it. So the only thing that's left for us to do, right, is basically to upload it. And for this as well, which makes it easier, but also it kind of sucks that it is this way. You cannot make a thumbnail for this, right? So we are just going to take this out of our accessory thing, and we're just going to save to Roblox, and then we can do jacket accessory, for example, or shirt accessory, whatever you want. For example, like jacket, it's validating right now, and then it will give you sometimes in error. If your inner cage, for example, like this the outer cage right now is not big enough to cover our accessory, so I should make it a little bit more inflated. So when I fix this and then go back into Studio again, when I import it, it should let it go through. So I'm going to fix that and then come back. And that's the thing with layered clothing. It keeps giving you errors, or you come across something. Eventually you will get the hang of it. But yeah, for now we have to fix this. So we're going to make our outer cage a little bit bigger, inflate it a little bit more, and then it should be good to go. Okay, so for the grand reveal, we're going to see if it actually worked. So now we can click on Save to Roblox, and we can go here and click on Check It Accessory and see if it did. Okay, so it did get accepted. So for me, it was just an issue with the outer cage, and that was it. If you do get any other error codes or whatever, you can let me know down below in the comments, and I'll try to help you as much as I can. If it's specific questions, for example, like uploading on a 1.0 rig, let me know and I'll make a video on that. Or like any other ideas that you might have, and I'll try to help you out. Alright, but this was it for the video. Now you can now also rig nails or braces or whatever on the 3.0 rig. And yeah, I hope this helped out a lot. If not, let me know down below in the comments and I'll try to help you out. Anyways, I hope you had a fine day, and I hope you have an even more amazing day now. And I'll see you in the next video. Alright, bye bye.